Sometimes our escape property adventures require a little creative thinking.
I wouldn't necessarily think it would be the kind of thing we're looking for.
OK.
So I'm extra intrigued to see why it's been chosen.
As we try to match property to our buyers' preferences.
Would I be right in saying, she says fingers crossed, that it has a lot of character?
Definitely, definitely.
And we're prepared to take a real gamble.
It's not often I can show people homes like this.
This is exactly what we want.
In our attempts to turn country dreams into real-life possibilities.
I absolutely love it. I can really see us living here. I want it.
Combine golden sandy beaches and sea-thrashed cliffs with the rise and fall of its dramatic and culturally rich landscape, and you get the ever-enticing package of the Scottish Lothians.
Now let's talk about beautiful scenery and rugged coastlines like this one here in East Lothian. Now some of us, we like to walk it, others to immerse themselves in it, and some people even like to paint it. But you know, I reckon each and every one of us, when you see a vista like this, well, we certainly take inspiration from it.
The Lothians sit in the southeast of Scotland, encompassing the city of Edinburgh and comprising 3 divisions of West, East and Mid Lothian. Contrasting and captivating, this part of the country includes traditional harbour towns in the east, with tranquil rivers, hills and valleys to the west. The region inspired the works of the celebrated Scottish writers Sir Walter Scott and Robert Louis Stevenson.
The best thing about living in this part of Scotland is the variety. In this part of the world we have hills, we have coasts, we have something to do for everyone.
Today, the Lothians are a popular choice for those looking for connectivity to Edinburgh whilst enjoying magnificent untamed landscapes of the water and the wilds.
It's great living in the Lothians. I grew up here and I've chose to settle down, raise my kids and grow a business, so there's no place I'd rather be.
Today's escapees are originally from Scotland, and I can see exactly why they'd want to return to their roots. I mean, who wouldn't want to surround themselves with loads more of this?
OK, you ready?
Yeah.
For 26 years, Chris and his husband Stuart lived together in a 1-bedroom flat in North London. But they've just sold up and headed back to their homeland for a complete change of lifestyle.
We've been thinking about it for a long time, and I think with COVID as well, it made it clear to us that we wanted to be up in Scotland near my parents, because if we don't do it now, when are we ever going to do it?
They're after more space, different scenery, and want to integrate into a local Scottish community.
Moving to rural or semi-rural Scotland will help us have a slower pace of life. It'll give us a chance to reconnect with nature and be at one with the elements.
And part of our plan is also to get 2 big dogs, so there's no more sociable way of meeting people than being out dog walking.
They've taken on a rental house in the East Lothian coastal town of Dunbar so they can explore the area.
This is our current garden. As you can see, it's not very big.
So I'm really looking forward to having our own garden again, doing lots of planting and creating a lovely environment.
Stuart is a retired West End stage manager, and Chris now works for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, so needs to be within easy reach of the city centre.
I'm waiting for the train into Edinburgh, which takes about 25 minutes. This is the station at Dunbar. It's fairly quiet at the moment, but it will get a lot busier in the rush hour, although nowhere near as busy as London.
Chris and Stuart have a budget of £450,000, but could stretch to £475,000 for the perfect property. They'd love to find a detached period home with unique character features, at least 4 bedrooms and a large secure garden with good road and rail links to Edinburgh.
So I'm really looking forward to spending a few days with Stuart and Chris. For them, it's all about coming home. Yeah, they've been thinking about it for a long, long time now, and it's actually happened. We've just got to find them the community and the home of their dreams. These guys worked in the theatre. They're used to working practically 24/7, and life in Scotland is going to completely change for them. They want a more relaxed lifestyle, and guess what? They want incredible views, just like that.
We're getting this show on the road in Mid Lothian, in the pretty hamlet of Duerton. Just a 5-minute drive away, you'll find all the local services you need, from a grocer's to a post office, in the small town of Gorebridge. The area is also home to over 250 acres of woodland and parkland in Vogrie Country Park. So, where better for us all to get acquainted?
Well, Stuart and Chris, a triumphant return to Scotland, I understand, and so lovely to meet you.
And lovely to meet you
Very
too.
nice to meet you.
The plan has come together.
Yeah.
It has
Yes.
indeed.
And I think you've been really smart because, you know, you've had the dream of moving home, and then you sold your property, so you're cash buyers, and you're renting.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we were very lucky about, is we are cash buyers, and gave us a chance to become familiar with the local areas and deciding where it was that we actually wanted to live, whether or not it was going to be in Edinburgh or Mid Lothian or East Lothian or down in the borders.
Because both having worked in theatre land, so very different, I'm guessing, moving up here.
Yes, that we're looking forward to is just taking it a bit easier, having
Yeah.
a bit more time, having our 2 dogs and being able to get out and enjoy getting out with them.
No dramas.
No dramas.
Well, we'll have to see, won't
See
we?
what you did there.
We'll have to see as we're going around. And being creative types, I wonder if that's going to be reflected in the property and the area.
I hope so.
Well, I would hope so, yes. We're certainly looking for something that's got personality and character. It's a favourite of mine is houses that have 2 separate staircases, something like that, you know.
It's not so that you argue and you go off in separate directions, is it? I haven't stumbled across something here.
No, that's not us at all. We'd like something that is quirky and has a bit of character and personality of its own.
Yeah. Well, we're really looking forward to showing you around. So shall we get started?
Yes,
We'd love
please.
Come on then, let's go.
Just a stone's throw from that beautiful spot, it's showtime for our first property, this traditional 19th century sandstone cottage.
So you've got a very attractive row of cottages here. Some of them date back to the 1780s. And this one on the end is the home we're going to show you.
Wow.
Excellent.
It looks like a nice little cottage from the outside, so I'm
Yeah.
intrigued to see what there is inside. I wouldn't necessarily think it would be the kind of thing we're looking for.
Okay.
So I'm extra intrigued to see why it's been chosen, because I think it might have something, you know.
Something hidden.
Yeah.
Well,
It's definitely got character.
Yeah.
it has plenty of character. And of course, we're not going to go through the front door. Why would we use the front door? Let's go down the side. Follow me.
Hey.
Well, it's not getting the immediate rave reviews I was hoping for, but there's still plenty of time to win over the crowd. This characterful cottage was extended in 2008, and we're starting our tour through the modern entrance straight into a hallway which divides the older part from the new.
So, look at this as a feature as you walk in the door.
Wow, look at that. That's great. Oh, I love that.
It certainly meets the brief of quirky.
Let's go next door to the sitting
Okay,
room and dining room as well.
It's like the TARDIS.
isn't it?
So it's been done in quite a contemporary style, but I think it's ready for you to put your own imprint on it.
Certainly, I think we would want to give it less of a contemporary feel, but it has scope for that.
Definitely.
Might seem a bit ironic that we want to make it look older,
No,
but that's our style and what we're looking for.
The current owners have spent the past few years giving this period cottage a modern facelift. It's a balance that so many of my buyers are hoping to find, but perhaps not quite the blend this pair are after.
So this kitchen is only about 3 years old.
Okay.
So if it's to your style, you wouldn't need to do anything. If you wanted to change it, you could have it for a couple of years before you needed to.
Yeah. It's certainly something that we wouldn't have looked at sort of just from the outside initially, but I think it's a lovely home. I think it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's beautifully done, it's beautifully presented, in great condition, but it has a modern, contemporary feel, and that's not what I think we want. Certainly not what I want. I think you would agree. It's not the feel you want out of our home. I think you want a...
I agree. Yeah, I do.
Period feel.
Yeah. But certainly, you know, as you said, you know, it does have potential.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're not totally ruling it out, as this cottage has so much to offer. Downstairs, off the living and dining room, is an elegant double bedroom with a private bathroom. Upstairs, there's a generous double bedroom being used as a study, complete with its own ensuite. And then we come to the main bedroom, once again with exclusive use of a shower room.
Okay, I like the storage. And I really like you being able to look out into the countryside from bed. I think that's brilliant. And you've got that window there as well into the garden, which I think is lovely.
Mm-hmm. It's not really doing it for me.
Okay.
Maybe I need to think more about it. I think I've gone a little back to thinking, oh, it's very contemporary looking, and I need to keep my imagination ticking over about how we could give it that older feel.
Traditional feel.
Yeah.
For a minute there, I thought they might just be warming to this house, but now I'm not so sure. However, there's still the outside to explore, which features a raised deck that leads to a partially walled garden with a paved patio and a workshop.
Let's see how we feel about the price.
I would guess about £395.
£395,000.
Okay, I think it's probably nearer 430. Is my guess.
£430,000. They are looking for offers over £390,000.
Oh,
okay.
Well done.
Now you know the price, offers over £390,000, gives you a better idea of what you've got to work
exactly.
It may not have been the box office hit I'd hoped for, but this well-presented semi-detached cottage has a spacious contemporary interior, 3 double bedrooms and a lovely mature garden, all for offers over £390,000. And it's just a 30-minute drive from Edinburgh.
It's not really the house that we're looking for, but it does have the quirky layout that we're interested in, so we could think about what we could do, ironically, to make the place feel older.
It's a nice house. It's lovely and light and airy. I just don't think that... I don't feel us living here. It doesn't grab me as what could be our home.
Chris and Stuart might have left London behind for a total lifestyle change up here in Scotland, but they still want to be well connected to towns and cities. So we're sending them to East Lothian's county town of Haddington to have a good look around. Locally known as the Hidden Toon because of its inconspicuous setting wrapped in gorgeous countryside, I think it's just the sort of place our buyers will love.
It's such a lovely view. Such a great way to come into the town.
20 miles from Edinburgh and just 10 minutes from the county's famous coast, Haddington has it all.
There's a really good mix of different kinds of shops here. Like there's butchers, I've seen a baker's.
A candlestick makers.
Nice pubs too.
Yeah.
We've arranged for them to meet up with Jim Watson, a volunteer gardener at St Mary's Pleasance, a 17th century heritage walled garden in the town. He moved here himself from Glasgow, so I'm hoping he can give our couple some advice.
Hello there.
Hello there.
My
Hi.
name's Chris. Nice to meet
Hi,
you. Hello.
Chris. Nice to meet
Hello,
you.
I'm Stuart. Good to meet you.
Can I have a seat?
This is
you.
absolutely beautiful. It's a gorgeous place and just gets my green fingers are all itchy to start digging in the ground and start planting things again and watching things develop.
I love this garden as well. I've been in Haddington for 6 years, and this was maybe the first garden that I saw in Haddington, and I was so struck by it. It was a love at first sight thing.
Well, it sounds like you're maybe then a few years ahead on the same journey that we're hoping to make, moving to this part of the world. How have you found the move? Has it been a good move for you?
It's been an excellent move, both for myself and for my wife. We've both been able to involve ourselves in local groups, and Haddington as a town has got such a variety of local organisations and voluntary opportunities that it helps you to get that sense of belonging, which is very important.
That's something that we're very aware of moving here. It's a new environment for us. We want to become part of the community wherever we actually are.
That enthusiasm is a great thing to bring, and when you come here, it will be most welcome.
Lovely,
That's great. Thank you so much.
It's great to see the guys getting so animated about their new life in Scotland, so I'd better dig deep to find them a home. For our next property, we're heading for the rural Midlothian town of Pennycook. With the stunning Pentland Hills as a backdrop, this lively town is enveloped by the county's natural beauty. There's a well-stocked high street and plenty of open space to walk the dogs in the surrounding countryside, including 1,200 acres of greenery at Pennycook House Estate. The property we're here to see is in a residential area on the edge of the town, just a short walk from it all.
Now, I'm not offering you a period property, but what I am offering you is a fabulous house.
Well, ideally we're looking for a detached house and you certainly found us one. I like it.
Yes, it's not the sort of house we would have imagined us looking at. It's definitely very 20th century, not as old as we're really looking for, but it's definitely got a lovely charm about it. It feels very welcoming.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it does.
Let's see what you make of the inside.
Okay.
I have high hopes for this fabulous detached house. Dating back to the 1950s, it was originally a single-storey cottage. The current owners extended into the roof in the 1980s and out to the rear around 20 years ago. We're kicking things off in the partially open-plan living and dining room.
So welcome to our home. Lots going on, which I will explain because this is a very spacious house.
It certainly is.
Ah.
Love the fireplace, that's beautiful.
Even though it has a contemporary feel, would I be right in saying, she says fingers crossed, that it has a lot of character?
Definitely, definitely. I feel here, again, we would make a few changes to make it feel a little older, but I think this is much nearer what we want than the previous property was.
So far, so good.
Sort of flows, this house. So deceiving.
This is lovely.
It's the kitchen.
And again, a lovely modern kitchen, obviously in really good condition, and by the looks of it, fairly recently put in. That's just perfect, yeah. And I've just noticed how light this kitchen is with the windows, huge windows on 2 walls. It's amazing.
Yeah. Stuart, will you do me a favour? Will you just open that door, please?
Oh,
Look at the size of
yeah.
that. That's brilliant.
Perfect.
Well, who doesn't love a pantry? And this house has so much more to reveal. From the main entrance hall, there's a double bedroom in use as a study. a second generous bedroom, a shower room plus a utility ideal for washing off the dogs after a walk in the local countryside. Upstairs, there are a further 2 good-sized bedrooms served by a modern family bathroom. On the other side of the landing is the main bedroom suite.
Oh, this is a nice size. Oh, I love the fitted wardrobes.
Yeah.
And great double room size too.
Oh, what do we have here? An ensuite.
Oh, that's lovely.
Now they've seen the inside, it's time for the outside to take the limelight. A wraparound deck with seating overlooks a mature lawn garden bordered by pretty plants and flowers.
What do you think?
It's a lovely house. I really like it.
It's definitely got the quirky feel that we want.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
that's
definitely there. It already has some character that makes it feel like it has some age to it.
So the house doesn't need any work doing to it, doesn't need any updating. You've got a community on your doorstep. It is all sounding too good to be true, so let's bring it back to reality and talk about the price.
I think £435,000.
OK.
OK, I'm going to go lower than you this time. I think maybe 410.
£410,000.
Yes.
I'm going to take you higher than that, I'm afraid. The asking price offers over £475,000.
Ooh, OK.
So we have taken you right to the top of your budget.
Yeah.
Certainly, I think this is more worth our time considering than property number 1 was.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, I agree.
Pushing right to their maximum budget at offers over £475,000, this impressive detached house has a semi-open living and dining area, 5 bedrooms and a large secure garden with town and countryside on the doorstep.
I think the house has got quite a lot of character. I really like the fact that it's got the high ceilings. Thing for me is the property price. £475,000 is at the very top of our budget, and it would leave us nothing to decorate or buy furniture with.
It's a really nice house, but I'm not sure, unfortunately again, that it's really the house for us.
Well, what a day of house hunting and what a region! It's quite the dramatic change from London. Speaking of drama, I want to find out more about their illustrious careers in the theatre, and what better place for a stroll and a chat than one of East Lothian's glorious stretches of beach.
So this is Dunbar Beach. This is on your doorstep where you're renting.
It is. This is Dunbar Beach, and the best thing is, it's like all the beaches down this east coast.
Yeah.
They're all like this. They're all sandy beaches with the rock pools and stuff. And
It is incredible. And are you allowed to walk dogs on this all year round?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is going to be perfect for us. And also, I mean, what a lovely way to meet people out walking the dog.
Yeah.
A nice way to become part of the community.
But I've got to take the opportunity to ask you about your lives, because I am fascinated. Working in Theatreland in the West End, I mean, 300 miles away from here, it must seem like a different world, certainly a different planet. What was the highlight during that time?
Well, I've had a couple of highlights over my years. One was flying the helicopter on the original production of Miss Saigon. That was exciting, scary.
Yes.
And then I ended up being the stage manager for Phantom of the Opera in the West End. I was stage manager for the last 20 years of the run. I managed to do over 10,000 shows, and I don't think that's a number that any other stage manager has equalled on any show ever, to be honest.
And did you just love it?
I did. It was my passion. It was my life. It really was. And I'm looking forward to a new life now.
But Chris, you've had some incredible jobs as well. What would be your highlight?
yeah, well, my highlight is probably my current job at the Fringe, but before that, it was definitely opening Back to the Future, the musical at the Adelphi in London, which was just brilliant. It was a fantastic team. We got on so well, and I was really sad to leave. And it was just the best job ever. I loved going into work.
And the lovely thing about this part of Scotland is we are so close to Edinburgh, you can still get your taste of theatre life there, can't you?
Definitely, yeah. And working in the Fringe as well, it gives me a chance to find out all those shows that seem, you know, that would appeal to us.
So that's it for today. I want you to have a good night's sleep. I've got something very interesting to show you tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but can we keep walking? I don't want to go back. Let's go for another stroll.
The Lothians encompass a desirable region of Scotland, and property prices reflect that. No surprises that the most expensive properties are closest to Edinburgh and the coast in East Lothian, where the average price of a detached house is just over £590,000. Head away from the coast, though, into Mid Lothian, and similar properties cost considerably less at just under £450,000. For better value still, and if you're prepared to stretch the commute to the city, then try heading south to the neighbouring Scottish borders, where the average price is just over £337,000. And although prices may differ, there's currently some beautiful homes on offer across the region for all budgets. If, like today's buyers, you're in search of traditional character, then how about this attractive 3-bedroom detached cottage in East Lothian? It oozes elegance throughout, with a main bedroom complete with jacuzzi bath, plus a delightful orangery, on the market for offers over £475,000. If your style is a little more contemporary, then for £2,100 a month, there's this stylish stone-built farmhouse for rent. 4 generous ensuite bedrooms, a smart kitchen and fresh living spaces are waiting for you and your furniture to just move straight in. Or if you're looking for somewhere to stay while you explore this glorious region, consider a luxury cabin in the Scottish borders. Inside, you'll find compact living at its finest, and outside, you can enjoy the surrounding scenery from the luxury of your own private hot tub. Prices start at £170 a night for a cabin that sleeps 4.
So we had an interesting day yesterday with Stuart and Chris. They're after a property and a location that's got character and charm and is also a little bit quirky. And we got close with our second house, although the price point was a little bit sticky for them. So today, well, we've crossed over to the Scottish borders, a different area for them. Hopefully their money's going to go a lot further. It also has spectacular views like this. And guess what? The mystery house is literally minutes from this glorious beach.
Our final property destination is in the conservation village of Coldingham, on the southeast coast, which would push that Edinburgh commute to just over an hour by car. If it's period charm and character our theatrical couple are after, there's bags of it here. Picturesque stone-built cottages line winding cobbled streets with shops, cafes and historic buildings to explore. And with these far-reaching fields meeting the blue flag beach of Coldingham Sands, it's surely going to please the critics.
So we've been talking about stunning beaches, but how does Coldingham Bay rate?
This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. I can really see us living in somewhere like this.
Yes, definitely.
Walking our dogs along this beach, it's just stunning. I love it.
We've taken you a little bit further out. We're into the Scottish borders now, but certainly a trip worth making when you've got views like this all around you.
I agree, yeah.
And the great news is our next property isn't far from here. It is within walking distance.
Oh, really? Brilliant.
Who would like to invest in a beach hut as well at the same time? That's got to be on the list now, hasn't it? Well, I tell you what, why don't you go and find a lovely local and see how much they're going for, if they are available. Take your time, probably grab a coffee on the way, because I'm going to get the mystery house ready, and I can't hide it, I'm very excited about our next offering, shall we say. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Well, it's a thumbs up for the location, and I'm pretty confident the positive scenes will continue at our mystery house.
Time for something a little bit different. Welcome to the Mystery House. Let's start the tour. When looking for the perfect property, always remember to look up. This mystery house, it is immense. It has character, it has charm, and it is definitely quirky, as well as being a little bit of a project. So have we bitten off more than we can chew? Well, let's find out.
Now you're talking.
I wish I could just take a snapshot of your faces as you came up the drive there. Isn't it incredible?
It's stunning.
That is our kind of house.
Is it?
Yes.
The whole area is just beautiful. I instantly feel at home.
Do you?
It's just,
Yes.
I've got a really lovely vibe about this village. This is exactly the kind of property that we're looking for.
Cannot wait to get inside and look. I mean, even just from the outside, it just, yeah. You really have saved the best for last, haven't you?
Right. Well, I don't think I
Really
need to say
have.
anything. I'll give you all the details inside. I think we need to start, don't
Yes,
we?
please.
Yes.
Finally, the showstopper I'd been hoping for. This 19th century stone-built house really has wowed them, and the performance is only just getting started.
Look at that.
It's not often I can show people homes like this.
This just, I mean, I thought outside was gorgeous. This is just beyond what you'd imagine.
This is exactly what we want. This is,
Yeah.
it's got character. It's got
Yeah.
detail.
All those features, all those things we were talking about, you know, period, character, quirky.
Yeah. So this is just the beginning. Think what you're going to be like when you've done the whole tour. Let's start in here. So the first drawing room, or public room, as it's called in Scotland.
Yes.
This is beautiful. I love it. I love the detail in the ceiling. It's beautiful.
It seems to be everything that we asked for.
It's ticking all the boxes
it's
for things that we
just-
were looking for.
Now, are you feeling robust and lots of energy?
Yes.
Because you've got a lot to see, you two, as you're walking around. I think I should just let you explore on your own and then come and find me in the garden when you're done, yeah?
Okay, sounds good.
I should set my watch, really, shouldn't I? 'Cause I think you're going to be hours.
See you in a week or
So
two.
the search party.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it, definitely. So have a good look around, explore, and then you can tell me what you think in a while.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
very much.
We said no dramas, but what amazing reactions to what is undeniably a dramatic property. Set across 3 floors, on the ground floor there's a second grand reception room.
Oh, wow. Another gorgeous room. Look at the archway.
I love that detail, that little nook where the
Yeah,
fireplace is.
yeah.
And it's got shutters too. This is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning.
There's a kitchen requiring a bit of imagination and work, something I know our creative couple will have no problem with. Off the kitchen is a utility room, the original pantry, and a feature I know Stuart has been dreaming of.
So I wonder what's through here. Oh, look. Second secret staircase. Just what I want.
The staircase leads up to a cosy study. Back downstairs, the quirky layout continues off the kitchen.
What's through here? Oh, look. We're back in this room.
Oh, I like that. I like it. That's brilliant. I love it.
Yes.
I really love it. It's perfect for us.
It's just amazing. It's just, yeah, it's everything we've been looking for, everything we've been dreaming of, isn't it?
It really
It
is.
really is.
So this
Imagine.
is like our forever home.
Yeah.
I feel it. I
Imagine.
feel really comfortable here.
Do house tours get any better than this? There's also a rather extravagant dining room with doors out onto the garden. Up the main staircase, they'll find a generous, partially completed family bathroom, a large double bedroom featuring an original fireplace, a second double with a walk-in cupboard, a smaller bedroom, and then this.
Oh, Chris! Look at that.
This could be the master bedroom.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, and with 2 windows again, so you've got gorgeous views.
A third staircase leads up to 2 more bedrooms, making 7 in total, all bursting with period charm. Outside, there's an original carriage driveway to the front, plus ample space for parking to the side. And at the rear, an enclosed area of decking is surrounded by a well-maintained lawned garden.
I think those faces say it all, don't they?
It is just stunning. I think this house would give us absolutely everything that we want.
I absolutely love it. I can really see us living here. I want it. I want to live in this house. It's just perfect for us. It's everything that we want.
So, we've got to talk about the price.
I'm going to hazard a guess at £425,000.
I do think it's going to be pushing our budget. I'm going to go for a hopeful 430.
OK, the asking price is £325,000. I know, but we're not. Say that again. £325,000, but we're not going to do a little dance as yet, because, as you can imagine, at that price, it's garnered an awful lot of interest.
Yeah.
So that's what you've got to think about. I mean, I think it'd be safe for me to say that that house won't be sold at £325,000. But that is what it's on the market for. Offers over.
Wow.
But you are going to have to move very quickly on this one.
OK, I think that's fine. I think we'd be ready to move quickly on this one.
I think I know the answer, but do you fancy having another look around?
Yes, please.
Please.
But offers over £325,000, this magnificent 19th century detached home has totally captured Chris and Stuart's hearts. It's full of original character features, with 3 grand reception rooms, 7 bedrooms and a gorgeous garden right on the coast in a picturesque historic village.
I absolutely love it. It ticks every single box of properties that we were looking for. Yes, it needs work, and yes, it's a bit further away from Edinburgh, but I can see us living here. I can see this being our forever home.
I echo what Chris says. It just has everything that we wanted. If we were lucky enough to get it, I don't think we'd have to make any compromises.
Well, Chris and Stuart are within touching distance of their new life in Scotland, but they are not the first to escape here from city life down south.
Hi, we're Sam and Hannah, and we moved up here to the Highlands of Scotland just over a year ago from Oxfordshire.
Following years of stressful, high-pressure jobs, Sam and Hannah decided to pack up and make a break for the Scottish countryside so they could pursue their passion for photography and the great outdoors.
I used to work as a research scientist, and Hannah was working as a vet. And we reached that stage in our careers where the level of stress just got to the point where we felt it was time to make a change, and we wanted to find somewhere permanent where we could settle down.
Sam grew up in the Highlands and had always dreamed of moving back. Then, having visited for holidays many times with Hannah, the duo had no doubt it was where they wanted to relocate.
When we lived down south, it felt so claustrophobic, and now it feels like we can be the people that we were always meant to be.
Sam now works remotely in scientific publishing, and Hannah is embarking on her own photography business.
It's just felt like a massive weight has been lifted off our shoulders here. We love hiking up the mountains or exploring the shores, looking for wildlife, and really we can't imagine living anywhere else.
The couple fell in love with and bought the first property they viewed, and even though the nearest supermarket is an hour away, they've never looked back.
We're doing quite a bit of renovation work on the house itself, which we're really enjoying. We've got a huge garden at the back too, so we've got loads of space for growing vegetables. Hannah's actually got a couple of beehives in there too.
Decorating has been a really good way of getting over the stresses and strains of the life we're left behind, and it has been good to make the house feel properly ours.
Up here, the pace of life is completely different, and we get to spend an awful lot more time together enjoying our house and enjoying the outdoors as well.
To be honest, the only real thing I'd change would be for there to be less midges.
Definitely, it would be nice if there were less midges here.
What a life Sam and Hannah have carved out for themselves. Sounds just like the kind of transformation so many of my escapees desire. And it's high time we found out if we've helped today's house hunters get closer to their rural dream.
Well, guys, I've got to say thank you, because rare for me to come to a beautiful part of the country and visit 3 beaches in 3 days.
It's absolutely glorious, isn't it?
Yeah. And really, although we were bringing you back home, what I'm delighted about is we've shown you areas that you might not have seen or considered before.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very grateful that you've showed us these 3 different properties in the areas that they were in as well.
Great.
So.
And there does seem to be one winner, surely.
I think that's safe to say.
Come on then, Stuart, tell us about that house.
Okay, well, the house in Coldingham is just everything we dreamed of. It is basically our entire wish list, all under one roof. Yeah. So I think I can let you know, between there and here, we've been in touch with our solicitor. We have a meeting set up, and then the offer will go in.
That's fantastic news! Because, of course, the system here in Scotland is very different. You've got to get a solicitor on board right from the very start, and you've been thinking ahead and you've already done that, which is brilliant. You know, this change of lifestyle and living here, what will that mean to you?
It will mean that we can finally unpack all of the boxes that we've had in storage from our 1-bedroom flat in London, rediscover all the things that we've got, and go shopping and find furniture to fill that beautiful house. Yeah.
We'll be keeping everything crossed, not just with your meeting with the solicitor, but also when you put an offer in. And please keep in touch, won't you?
We will, definitely.
Let us know how you get on. Enjoy your retirement, and Chris, enjoy Edinburgh and all it has to offer with your new job.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you both. What a delightful few days we've had here in Scotland with Stuart and Chris, and really showing them, well, bringing them back home, and they're seeing all this area through fresh eyes. And once again, our mystery house, a little bit of a project, well, they totally fell in love with it, and we're keeping everything crossed that their offer gets accepted. And that's it from me, and I'll see you again very soon.
I'm absolutely thrilled to report that Chris and Stuart's offer was accepted, so it won't be long before they're making our stunning mystery house their own. I couldn't be happier for them, and we wish them all the very best. If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, England, Northern Ireland or Wales and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.